Hello everyone, Gainer here from HDB Upgrading Strategies and welcome back to my Facebook Live. And today my Facebook Live is actually episode 18. So what am I going to share with you guys today? Especially today is Facebook Live episode 18, right? So, recently I've actually received many inquiries over the social media. And because there will be an upcoming EC launch in Punggol soon, and that's why I think quite a lot of buyers are actually very interested in it. But having said that, I actually, in fact, I over the phone I spoke to some of them, and some I actually meet up, and I realized that there's this group of people probably may not really know their finances, as in whether are they able to purchase it, whether are they able to afford the EC. Right, that's why I think today's topic, what I really want to share with you guys, probably if you really look at my past videos, today's topic probably will be a little bit more basic, right? Because it's talking about financing, purchasing of this EC, and that's why I think it's also very important, very relevant as well. That's why today, what I'm going to share with you guys is this. So if you guys are looking to buy an EC that is upcoming soon, do you really know what is MSR and what is TDSR and how this can affect your purchase, right? So does anyone actually knows what is MSR and TDSR, right? Thank you. I can see some of my friends are actually watching this video. Thank you, Nelson, for watching. Jess, thank you for watching. So can anyone tell me what is MSR and what is TDSR? Okay, so probably let me just write this down. This is MSR, right? And this is TDSR, right? So what is MSR? MSR is actually mortgage servicing ratio. So if you guys are, if you are looking to buy a HDB or an EC, right, you'll be using this formula, which is MSR. So MSR is actually 30%, whereas TDSR is actually 60%. So what is this about? What is this percentage about? This is actually based on your gross salary, right? Your gross salary. So if your gross salary is 10,000, right? 30% and 60%, meaning to say you can use 3,000, right? And this one is 6,000. So 3,000 meaning to say out of your gross salary of 10,000, you can use up to $3,000 on your monthly pay for the financing of the property, which is only meant for HDB and EC, right? Whereas for TDSR is for private properties, slightly different. It's in fact more, which is actually 60% of the gross salary. That works out to be up to $6,000. Now, of course, this is not the final figure to determine your loan amount, because for TDSR, which is total debt servicing ratio, if you're driving a car, you have other liabilities like car, credit cards, stuff like that, which you are having a monthly payment. Then you have to deduct that amount. So I just give you an example, right? If let's say your monthly installment for a car is $1,000, so meaning to say you can use 6,000 minus 1,000, which is probably left 5,000, right? If let's say you are servicing your car monthly, so you're left with 5,000. So you are only allowed to use up to $5,000 per month to finance your property if you are buying a private property, right? So far, you guys understand. But today I'll be focusing more on MSR, because I think there will be an upcoming EC launch soon in Punggol. That's why I thought that it will be good if I can share this video with a lot of buyers today, that you can probably see whether are you able to afford for this coming EC, right? So just bear with me a little while. Okay, so first of all, I also have to say this. Just want to share with you guys this. Now, if today you are buying an EC, right, and you are second timer, so a lot of people you need to probably understand that you have to pay a resale levy, and the resale levy must be in cash. You cannot use CPF, must be in cash. So how much will be the resale levy? In fact, there's a table in HDB website. You can probably go and take a look, but I actually have printed out the amount. And actually, in fact, there's a table, right? This is if you have sold your flat on or after 2006, then that will be a figure, right? So if you are your first timer, you actually bought a 2-room flat, your resale levy amount will be 15,000. So if 3-room flat will be 30,000, 4-room will be 40, 5-room will be 45,000, and executive will be 50,000, right? Of course, if you bought an EC, there'll be $55,000. So what is this? So meaning to say, if today you bought a first property from a HDB flat, so it's a new flat, a first subsidized flat to be exact, and today you want to buy an EC, which is your second, which is EC lah, right? So you have to pay the resale levy, right? So this will be the resale levy amount, and just take note that this is in cash, right? Of course, there's another group of people. I think this resale levy is hefty. If you have sold, your flat before 2006, which is March 2006, so you can actually check this out in HDB website, right? So what is the levy amount? It's really a lot. I think after you calculate this, probably you might give up buying the new EC because it doesn't make sense, right? Because you probably, if you are staying in 3-room flat, you have to pay 20%, right? If you really look at it, is based on the resale price of the sold flat on 90% of the market valuation, whichever was higher. And if it is 20%, right? If you are staying in a 3-room flat, that's 20%. 4-room, 22%, right? 5-room is 25%. So this resale levy actually is really a lot. So if you look at it, if you're going to pay this amount, then I think probably this will be a lot of cost for you, and it doesn't make sense for you to buy the EC, right? So you have to take note, if you're a second timer, you have to pay resale levy for the upcoming EC, right? So now, actually I'll be working this out. I'll be working this out in terms of table, which I think will be easy for you guys to understand. Now, if I can draw this out, right? This will be a breakdown in terms of your gross salary. I've actually break down gross salary, the 30% of your gross salary, the loan amount that you are able to get, and the purchase price, which I think I'll be giving you an estimate of the purchase price, and then I'll also show you guys about the difference, about the amount, and I'll be zooming this down a little bit more so that you guys will understand, right? And so for you guys who have been watching this video, I'm going to draw this table. Do help me to also like this video, share this video, comment, as what I've mentioned over the past few Facebook live videos. This is live, so if you guys have any inquiries, you can just ask me, right? Else you can probably drop me a comment after this video as well. So just help me to press the like button or comment, or something like that. Thank you so much. So I'm going to draw this table so that it's easy for you guys to understand, right? So I will probably use this black pen. So if let's say today gross salary, I'm breaking this down for you guys, right? And 30%. Why 30%? So this 30% is actually your MSR, right? And your loan amount, okay? And the price difference. This will be the down payment difference, right? And also your purchase price. Right, so before I do all these things, I just want to share with you guys the purchase price, because now I'm just getting an estimate. So how actually I got this estimate is actually based on the recent EC launch. There's River Cove, right? I actually extracted, these are the transactions, right? So if you really look at it, what are the transacted prices, right? You can really see from here it's around, I'm not too sure whether you guys can look, okay, it's around 1,900,000 over 1,980, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. We have also 970, 800 plus, stuff like that, 1 over million. So these are all the different sizes. On the average, if you really look at it in terms of PSF, I think we can look at it's about $1,000 PSF, right? So I think this River Cove is the recent launch. This upcoming Pongo EC, I think probably the price should be, based on how I look at it, should be slightly higher, because I think this year this is the only launch, and that's why developer probably able to launch it at their price, because that's the only one and only, right? And that's why for EC buyers like you guys are watching, for a lot of EC buyers, I think we really have to be very careful, because we have to see the pricing before we think that whether it is worth it, right? So because based on this River Cove pricing, I'll probably look at the purchase price that you guys might be buying the new EC around 950,000. So this is just an estimate, right? So $950,000. So if it is based on $590,000, 5%, right, is actually $47,500. So another 20% down payment is actually $190,000. And the total down payment is actually $237,500. Your loan amount is 75%. Not too sure you guys can see, which is actually $712,500. So this is the loan amount. This is the 5% cash, 20% can be cash or CAPF. So today for this example, I'll be using a $950,000 purchase price, right? So I'll just break down in terms of gross salary. So if you're earning $10,000 per month, 30% will definitely be $3,000, which you can use to buy the EC. Now your loan amount is only around $600,000, right? In terms of difference, that means meaning this one and this one, the difference, your down payment can be $350,000, right? So later I'll touch on this. Now if you're earning around 11,000, your MSR will be around 3,300. Loan amount will be around 659,000, right? And your difference will be around 291, right? Getting lesser. Of course, here goes 12,000. Maybe I'll just write it faster, 3,600. And your loan amount is 719, right? The difference later I'll write it down. Followed by 13,000 and $14,000. And the loan amount for this will be 3,900. You can loan up to 779, and for this will be 4,200, right? And your loan amount will be 838,000. Now this table I just want to share with you guys. This is very important. Now, so if you can really look at it, let me explain. If you are earning $10,000 per month, your MSR will be 3,000 and the loan amount is only up to 600,000. Now, how do I derive this amount? This amount is based on a 3.5% interest rate, which this is the way how we use to calculate your loan amount. And also, I'm just based on 25 years loan tenure. If you are actually the age of 45 years old, because 40 years old. 65 minus 40, if you're 40 years old, your loan tenure will be 25 years, right? So this is how I derive, because some of you guys, the viewers, you might probably be punching in the numbers. How do I get this figure, right? This is based on 3.5% of interest rate and based on the age of 40 years old. And because the first loan, property loan, is based on age 65 minus 40, you'll get 25 years on loan tenure. And that's why I'm able to come out all these figures, right? So if you're earning 10,000, you can only use up to 3,000. Loan amount is 600,000. 11,000, there will be 3,300. Loan amount is this. Now, if 12,000, your loan fee, the MSR will be 3,006. That will be your loan amount. So as what we look at it, so it's only up to 14,000, right? If you are buying an EC, right? Now here comes something that you have to really understand. Now previously I met some of the buyers who contacted me from social media, right? What I've mentioned previously, and I think their pay is probably around this age. This amount. So if this amount, you have to understand that if you're buying a 3-bedder, probably will be 950,000. Your down payment has to be 350,000. So that is, or probably if you're earning 11,000, your down payment should be around 291,000. Now, if you look at it based on the 950,000 loan purchase price, your loan is actually 75% is 712,000. So in fact, 712,500, your pay should be comfortably around this figure. From 12,000, 13,000, and 14,000. This will be the comfortable figure, which is based on 75% of $950,000, which your loan amount is 712. That's why if you are earning this pay, you most likely you should be able to purchase a $950,000 property. But just bear in mind that you have to pay 5% cash, which is 47,500. 20% down payment is 190,000. Total is this one. At this will be 237,500. So if you're earning only this pay and this pay, you can imagine that your down payment, this is your actual down payment versus this is this down payment. So there's a huge amount difference, right? So of course you have to work your figures. That's why previously I met some of the buyers. They're going to buy EC. They realize that this is their income ceiling, right? And they did not work their figures out, and they didn't expect that they really have to pay this huge figure. So if you're earning 10,000, this is huge figure, right? And if you really look at my equation, I have not even factored in your stamp duty yet, which is probably, if I'm not wrong, your stamp duty will be 23,000 based on this purchase price. And lastly, if you are second timer, so meaning to say, if you currently own a first subsidized flat and you are a second timer, you still have to pay a resale levy in cash on top of this down payment, which can be up to 40,000, which if you really work it out, your full payment can be up to 400,000 if you are at this salary range. So once again, what I want to share with you guys is this salary range. Probably you have to really, look at your numbers before you are able to proceed to buy, right? So this is something I think is very important. A lot of people probably didn't realize the MSR actually, the loan amount seems to be much lesser. Now, of course, I'm just only based on 950,000 because all this, if you are going to buy a much better facing, stuff like that, this price will increase, or probably you're looking at 4-bedder, it can go up to 1 million or 1 million plus as well. Then the loan figure, everything will be different, will change, and that's why your loan amount will still be like that, right? If you're earning this, your loan amount will still be like that. But if you're purchasing something that's much more expensive, this figure will be increasing, and then your down payment will also increase, right? So far, I hope that you guys understand where I'm coming from. That's why I say this is very important for you to work out your finances. Else, probably you go down to the show flat, you really want to buy, and you realize that you probably couldn't afford it because of your pay around this figure, right? Then once again, I want to highlight this very important thing today, right? The biggest question is, if you are at this age group, this salary pay, or probably if this purchase price went up, which this loan amount will go up much higher. Now the question is, since you're making this down payment, now would it be worth, I couldn't draw this here, would it be worth really making such a huge down payment to own an EC, right? So this is 300 plus thousand, 200 plus thousand. The question I really want to ask you guys is it really worth for you, even if you can afford, right? The question is, you can afford, but you have to ask yourself this question: is it really worth making such a huge down payment just to own that EC, right? Because because I think this is something that you guys really need to work it out, because owning an EC probably will be taking you up to 8 years before you can do something. Why I say so? because you have to you need to get the EC to be, you know, the foundation, the construction, the development. It will probably take 2 to 3 years, 2.5 years to 3 years for it to build finish. Afterwards, when you move in there, you still need to fulfill a 5 years of MOP period. Total, you need to fulfill up to 8 years before you can sell it or you can do something about it. That's why the biggest question, is it worth for you to put such a high down payment for a property that you have to wait for 8 years later before you can do something? So this is something I want you guys to think about, because in my video, if you really look at all my past Facebook live videos, what I'm sharing is just things that I think probably you may not have thought about it, and it's really very neutral. I never cite whether you should buy an EC or you should buy this private property, you know, stuff like that. I always share about the affordability, whether should you buy, you know, stuff like that. So I think this video is also important. It's actually a little bit more basic, but I think it touches about this thing called MSR and TDSR, so that you guys can think about it, right? So thank you so much. I think you guys have been so far. You guys, those have been watching, have been staying all along to this end of the video. I hope you guys really like it. You probably can, you know, give me some likes or you know, comments whether you think that this video is a good video for someone that is going to buy an EC soon. With that, thank you so much. If you guys do have any comments, probably I will end the video here. If you have other further comments, don't worry, you can probably just write it down, you know, somewhere in this video at the end, right, in this post, and I'll be able to answer you guys as well. Probably before I end, I think it's also very important. A lot of people have been asking me whether, you know, the next upcoming launch, the EC, is it worth buying? Well, I don't have the indicative price yet. The price will only be released during the launch date, which is when the balloting date, sorry. So when you go for ballot, then they will release the price. So that's where then I'll be able to see whether is it a worth purchase or not. Else, maybe my upcoming videos, if I have some estimated indicative pricing, then probably I can share in the next video whether this upcoming EC is a good purchase for you guys to proceed, right? So with that, thank you so much for watching this video, and good night. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.